This was the first girls' trip for the three of us cousins, and honestly, we had no idea what we are getting ourselves into. From scary moments and wrong turns to river rafting and beautiful memories, this trip gave us stories we'll never forget. So, here's our Rishikesh experience. The hotels weren't booked weeks in advance. In fact, I booked them on the very day we were leaving. Bags were packed just a few hours before the flight. Looking back, I wouldn't recommend this level of spontaneity, but that's exactly how our journey began. My another cousin Ree, who stays near Delhi, had already arranged the bus tickets from Delhi to Rishikesh. We landed at Delhi airport around 3 am and had to reach a bus pickup point that was some distance away. Thankfully, we reached the pickup point safely. The bus stop itself felt chaotic. We were waiting for our bus while random auto drivers repeatedly kept us asking where we wanted to go. A biker passed extremely close to us, then there was a man wandering around breaking bottles. At one point, a police patrol vehicle passed by and that man disappeared. I was counting every minute until our bus arrived. Finally, it did. The 4 hour journey to Rishikesh felt like a relief. When we reached, the first thing we did was have a cooler chai. After the stressful night, it felt amazing. Since Ree had visited Rishikesh before, she suggested renting two-wheelers. We rented two scooters and started navigating using Google Maps with all our luggage. Unfortunately, Google Maps had other plans. It kept directing us through strange routes, and somehow we ended up traveling through the tiger reserve area. What should have been a short ride became a much longer adventure. Eventually, we reached our hotel, which thankfully turned out to be really nice. After dropping our luggage, we headed straight for river rafting. The rafting point was quite far away. The roads weren't great. There was heavy traffic and the weather was extremely hot. But once we got into the river, all the exhaustion disappeared. River rafting ended up becoming one of the highlights of the trip. Later, we visited Ram Jhula and Lakshman Jhula, explored the area, had lunch, and returned the hotel completely exhausted. We slept after we had lunch, and because of that nap, we missed the Ganga Aarti. To this day, that's probably one of our biggest regrets from the trip. In the evening, we explored the ghats, walked through the local streets, and did some shopping. We had planned to visit cafes too, but after the long day and all the scooter riding, none of us had the energy left. The funniest part, even while returning from the rafting point, Google Maps managed to send us on another unnecessarily long route. Before this trip, I always heard people describe Rishikesh as a spiritual city. Honestly, I thought it was just another beautiful tourist destination. But after spending a day there, I understood why people keep coming back. Beyond the rafting, the cafes, the famous landmarks, there was a certain calmness in the atmosphere. It's difficult to explain, but as someone who is quite sensitive to places and energies, I genuinely felt a sense of peace there. Maybe it was the sound of the Ganga flowing through the mountains. Maybe it was the people who came there searching for something deeper. Or maybe it was simply the slower pace of life. For a moment, it felt like a place where you could pause, breathe, and reconnect with yourself. We stayed only one night, but Rishikesh left a much bigger impression on me than I expected. And if there's one place from this trip that I would love to return to someday, it would probably be Rishikesh. Probably would definitely be Rishikesh. And this was the only beginning of our adventure.